'Cause I'm a hypocrite, I know. Push that button down below. Oh dear. You know, last time we did this, things got a little bit out of hand. Reactception times fucking 7. It was very silly. Everyone involved except me is a silly sausage. I'm just saying. Oh. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alex. And welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a lovely Saturday and just a general nice weekend all round. The song I just played is a song called Bait by Jonathan Young. Seeing as DC's a really big fan of using the word bait, often incorrectly, I decided, fuck it, you know, why not use that. The link to that is in the description. I highly recommend Jonathan Young, his content. The covers he does in his original songs are fan-bloody-tastic is what they are, my friends, okay? You got to go along, you got to hit the bloody like button, and you got to subscribe, of course. But yeah, I hope you guys are well and wonderful, and yeah. You could maybe be able to tell by the thumbnail that, of course, we're going to be talking about ya boy, DCMediagirl, and I'm not going to be mean. I'm not going to call her the C word because I know how she gets over the C word, even though it's okay for her to call other people cunts, but it's really not okay for me to do it. Whatever, I suppose. But before we get into the meat and potatoes of the topic at hand, and we get to some content to watch, should we have a goosey gander? See who's in the chat today? Should we do that? Should we see who's here? See who's turned up? Shall we? I think we should. Well, of course, let's have a goosey gander. We have dollar signs, we have VB, we have Spidey Man, we have Chelsea, we have Black Man Television is also in the chat there as well. Biomagitech, Jamie Lynn, Rev had the same heads. No! Right, everyone go flag Rev. I don't care. Go and fucking flag him down. He needs to be bullied. Of course, we have Mary as well, who's out there shilling my brand new channel, which Black Man Television in the chat there was making fun of on Twitter. I see you, BGTV. I see you. Don't hate on a brother's hustle. Della Hayes is in the chat. The Whiplash, Darth Mando. We have Meg. We have Samar. We have Prince Songs Remind You of Me. Kawoot, Kiki Blair, Hillbilly Uncensored. She's one of them southern fellers. Is in the chat right now. We have Mickey, we have AK, we have Tani Fefe. There in the chat, of course. We have, also known as Tiny Dancer. Anya Mercury, Steph. Bloody Nora. I can't believe she's here. I have not had an excuse to play this sound clip in a very, very, very long time. Every stream before this was fake. Because
Lady H.T. Wells has arrived. The stream can now commence.
H.T. Wells is in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. That means the stream is now officially real. And we should all acknowledge H.T. Wells' presence. Hello, H.T. It's been a hot second. I hope you're well, darling. Old Guy Gamer, hello to you. AK, there in the chat. Who else do we have? We have Joe. Well, I'm not trying to pronounce your surname. We have Mark, we have Bunny Go Lightly, Juliana Colombo. The new ASMR made me feel like I was cheating. It's good. I had a very interesting comment regarding the new channel today. It made me laugh a lot. I was described as a marital aid, and I'm not mad. Not mad at that. It's probably the nicest thing anyone has ever said about me. Thank you so much to that person. We have Donald Duck, we have Kendora, we have Fit and Kirby, we have Basic Female there in the chat there, we have Nikki P, what's going on? Comfy Awkward, Kendora, and hello to everyone else, Twisted Beach. Rotten Ralph, of course. I was getting to you, Rotten Ralph, for fuck's sake. Give a brother a chance, good lord. So, and Dove Kitty, of course. So, and of course, Senpai Cecil is also here. Your subs are too thirsty, Alex. I don't control anybody. And Lynn Law Cudweiser, Disa ACB, Mags and DD, and of course Credible Threat and Silver, and the Mudbrooker are also in the chat there. Mudbrooker has more subs than me, guys. I just needed to tell everybody that. But I hope you guys are well and wonderful and having a lovely weekend. So why are we gathered here today? And of course Luna joins us too. Where is Tragic? I wish he'd stop retweeting me. I tried telling him, I don't like you. You've done some shady shit, dude. There's a fucking bot in the chat. One of my mods get that, please, and ban it, please. I tried telling him, I'm not a fan of this shit. I don't like the shit that he's done. He's done some fucked up fucking stuff. All right, he has. Again, I covered him before. I wish he'd stop with this shit, man. Honestly, I'm not your friend, Tragic. Thank you, Petty Patch Adams, the Banhabber God, for the super chat. Alex getting smashed by politicians is a flex. I didn't say it. So why are we gathered here today? DC did a stream today, and here's the thing. I've generally kept my mouth mostly shut throughout this entire saga. Mostly shut. Choosing to sit back and just, watch every so often. And my name does keep getting brought up over and over again. And once again, it was brought up again today. And I don't know why DC feels a need to continuously do this. Before today, it was something like, Alex is a big fan of Tulsi Gabbard. He wants her to be our next president. Thank God he can't vote here. Okay. Oh yeah, she also decided to have a crack at my mod, Necro. Alright, there was no need for that, really, was there? There was no need for that, but okay, whatever. My mods don't go banning everybody, making my chat exceedingly clean, but okay. I promised I wouldn't be mean, I just would kind of respond to what has been said today. She decided to, again, bring up my autoimmune disease, and now some people may misread what she said here, but I view it a little bit differently. I view it as her making an underhanded comment again, and the first time she used my MS as a weapon, she gaslit me. She dismissed all of my criticism of her because my MS just it fucks with my brain. And if you know how MS works, it does fuck with your brain. Not me personally, but a lot of people with multiple sclerosis do actually have parts of their brain fucked with, to the point of getting their own version of bipolar, you go mania and all this other shit. But it's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? She continuously brings up I called her a cunt. I call everyone a cunt, to be honest. But, it's okay for her to go around calling people cunts. And there's a little bit more, so what we're going to do is we're going to watch this stream. What we're going to do is we're going to watch this stream and see what she had to say. Now, I believe the beginning part was shots fired at Just Saying. I'm not 100% sure on that. But she felt the need to use me as an example for her stoicism, even though she is not stoic at all, because she is, one, extremely bothered by me, two, exceptionally bothered by the gaining ground, so much so that, he hadn't even been doing anything and wasn't even creating content, and still felt the need to go after him after 2 years, you know what I mean? Perhaps it's time to let go of that drama, in my humble opinion. And also, I'm fairly sure she has brought up that she once upon a time had cancer ad nauseum. Now, I never brought up her cancer. I never tried to use that as a weapon. I never tried to emotionally dismiss any of her points. I tried to argue them. But no, I'm a liar, you see, guys. I'm a liar. I'm a slanderer. I'm running smear campaigns. Only someone who worked for the mainstream media would come on YouTube and use the term smear campaign over and over and over ad nauseum. Again, honestly, this is, again, she is the equivalent of a Twitter journalist. in the way that she goes about doing things, to be honest with you. But what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to pop my chat out. And the Shadow Loaf Nose comes barreling in with a massive donation via Super Chat. Thank you so much, my friend, for the incredibly generous donation. Some say his lack of facial hair is due to cosmic entities restricting its growth. It is. In order to save humanity from its destruction at the hands of a Charles Bronson mustache cockney. Shut your fucking mouth! Shut the fuck up, you cunt! There you go, that's just for you. Others say his face cam is much welcome. It's been too long. All we know is he's called Irate Alex. You're goddamn right, sir. You're goddamn right. Thank you so much. And I'm just going to dismiss that real quick. Thank you so much. That's incredible. As always, Shadow. Blow my fucking... blowing your load all over my fucking screen. Moving forward, guys, if you got I do have a strong preference for Streamlabs donations if you are going to do that. So, cheers. Doodly doodly doo. Let me pull this up. Let me take my beautiful face off. Let me put this on. Let me give this just a wee trim. Is DC okay? Legitimately asking. Let's make that a little bit bigger. There we go. Everyone say thank you to Shadow in the chat, please. Alright. So at this beginning bit, I don't really know what DC is really talking about. I assume it's to do with just saying, but let's watch.
Hello.
I don't want to go for that long today either, guys, so I'm going to turn the speed up.
I'm a little bit early,
125.
and I know that I scheduled this at the last minute. And there are probably a bunch of people wondering what the hell I'm doing back here. I just need to get everything.
Yes.
That I want to. The aftermath of my operation and my treatment and everything else is something that I've discussed quite a bit on my channel. But there are a lot of things that I have not discussed. There are things that I haven't talked about. I am a very private person. I tend to be quite stoic.
No, you don't.
There are people who handle their chronic illnesses or their illnesses, whatever, very...
When I heard this, I knew exactly where she was going. Has she not spoken about this ad nauseum on her channel?
Publicly. I can think of the example of Irate Alex. Great.
That's my name. Use your own.
Just opened up a door so he can call me a cunt 100 more times.
See, she can't let this go. Oh, I called you a cunt one time. Jesus Christ, man. You know, I used to be a lot worse. And back then, you were a patron. Oh, by the way, guys, while she was a patron, she infiltrated my Discord via my Patreon using her account that she uses in Negs' Discord. And she was sat in it for 6 days before I realized she was even there.
But I don't care. You know, Alex has MS, and Alex chronicles his treatments and his condition.
Yeah, I talk about it. I don't do it for any particular reason, though. I don't do it for support, and I certainly don't do it to inspire other people. I just talk about it. Thank you, Whimsical Mimsy. That's a fantastic name. I'm old and disabled. You never bullied me. Just saying, have some hugs and granny bucks. Thank you so much. Granny bucks are always appreciated. I am the Antichrist. Yeah, I'm pretty much
I'm old and disabled. You never bullied
this.
me. Just saying. Have some hugs and granny bucks. Old woman hugging face heart.
Thank you.
And his doctor visits and everything else pretty extensively on Twitter. So that's one approach, and I'm glad it works for him. It would never work for me. I can't do that. I don't...
No, you prefer to talk about it on stream, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I don't care.
I don't like it when people pity me or feel sorry for me.
Are you saying I do it for pity, DC? Is that what you're saying? I just do it because I screech into the fucking void. I don't do it to inspire other people. I don't do it for a support network or anything else like that. The thing is, people in the chat, if you've known me since the Irate Bear days, I've been doing YouTube for 6 years. I started in 2016 around autumn time, and if you know me from back then, you'll know that I have always been open, very open, about any health issue I've ever had. In the beginning, in the first few years, it was depression and anxiety stuff. Okay, when I was diagnosed with ADHD, I was open about that. When I realized I had been diagnosed with autism, I've been open about that as well. It's not for pity, it's not for donations, it's none of that shit. It's just me talking. I'm sorry that offends you.
Don't like turning a serious situation in my life into a victim narrative. I find it
Am I driving a victim narrative, DC? Is that what you're saying?
very uncomfortable. And I absolutely hate it when people feel sorry for me. I hate it. So, like I said, I'm glad it's good for Alex. I'm sure Alex needs the communication. I can't do it.
You see what I mean about these underhanded comments, man? She did this. Hey, thank you, Mark, for continuing your channel membership. Thank you so much. Hey, Alex in chat. Sorry I'm late. Hope everyone is doing well. We're doing okay, mate. Thank you. Thank you very much for asking.
But just because I don't...
And also, thank you, Silvana, for the €5. Super chat from the Manson
Super
girl.
chat from the Manson girl. Tears of joy.
Is that what you're called? The Manson girl?
talk about something in detail just because I don't go deep on it and tell you...
I feel like this is passive-aggressive. Nikki P, thank you very much. Should leave all MS talk to an expert like Shani. I know, right? I know.
You know, step by step, blow by...
Oh, yeah, someone in a chat said MS is minor. I find that very amusing.
By blow of everything that I experienced at a certain point does not mean that I don't think about it and it hasn't affected me very, very deeply. So...
DC, do you want to know why I got so angry the first time? I'll explain to you why. There are two reasons why I primarily got really, really mad at you. The first one, obviously, being I didn't appreciate the obvious insult towards the working class folks. And, you know, you're very... and thank you very much, Pope, for becoming a patron. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And Christina, thank you so much. First time in the life, thank you for all you do to educate and promote understanding and awareness of multiple sclerosis. No one thinks you want pity but her. Excuse me. And thank you very much, Christina. And yeah, I'm not disabled. I'm fucking retarded. All right, I'm a cripple. I'm allowed to use the R word. All right, it's my word. I have to dish out R cards to people.
First time in Alive. Thank you for all you do to educate and promote understanding and awareness of MS. No one thinks you want pity but her.
Yes. I also would like an ice cream with a flake in it, please. Oh yeah, the point that I was trying to get to, the two reasons why I got so mad was the, talking down comment to death. And I don't care whether it has anything to do with me or not. DC calls me Manson Girl regularly. Oh my, I didn't actually know that. Thank you, Silvana, for the €2. Thank you. Yeah, it's a hard R on the retard card, yeah. I'm allowed to say that, though. I'm allowed to say that. Well, you can have an ice cream, Cecil. The second reason, really, is because it takes me a second to realize shit, right? Because, again, I'm retarded, and it takes me a second to realize certain things. My last live stream with DC, I didn't realize it until, like, the day after that she had basically ambushed me at the end of the stream with some very underhanded bullshit, pretty much calling me out. I didn't even realize she'd done it. Thank you. Krista, how do you get your name to be in that font? My super chat is feeling a bit limp next to shadows, but still wanted to offer a little tip. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
My SC is feeling a bit limp next to shadows, but still wanted to offer a little tip. Winking face, tears of joy.
Thank you. I didn't even realize that she had directly called me out. That's how fucking dense I am. And I can't exactly remember the exact reason she'd called me out. Oh, yeah. It's just the internet. As it turns out, only one of us actually meant that. It's just the internet, why are you getting so fucking mad kind of thing. Because DC and I had a disagreement regarding the whole negs thing. Which, again, is an argument that I feel like DC is purposely refusing to acknowledge and understand. Why people would get so antagonized by this entire saga. But let's continue. Perhaps I'm naive and dense, Brad.
Being diagnosed with the kind of cancer that I was diagnosed with, and the operation that I had as a result of it, it was much more than just a hysterectomy. I had my omentum removed, and I had my bowels restructured, and it took me
Thank you, Brad, for saying that.
a long time to recover. And to a certain extent, even to this day, I have not recovered fully. Because of the treatment that I had, my memory has not returned completely. I'm very forgetful. It's very scary.
Same.
Okay, but I'm alive, and I'm cancer-free. So I beat the odds. And for that, I am extremely grateful to my doctors for saving my life. It's an amazing feeling. But as I said, just because I don't talk about things does not mean I don't remember them, I don't feel them, I don't remember what it was like. As a result of my hysterectomy, my husband left me. I did a lot of thinking, deep thinking about what it means to be a woman.
Hey, Johnny Hellcat, going through Streamlabs. Appreciate that, mate. Appreciate that. Since I can't send a super chat through my phone, I'll do it here. Hey, Streamlabs is always preferred over super chat, mate. Well, I just can't do that. Well, whoop-de-fucking-do. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you. Believe me, mate, you are helping out more than you know. But let's continue.
About my womanhood. About what my value was as a woman. Now that my ability to have children was permanently taken away from me, not by choice, but by a medical intervention. And that's why I was always very sympathetic to Chantal when she talked about...
See, again, underhanded comment at me about pity, very passive-aggressive. And now you're... What are you doing right now?
The mourning, the feeling of loss after her hysterectomy. Like Chantal, I was never... really driven to have children. But there's a very big difference between not really wanting kids and having that choice forcibly removed from you, right? So, like I said, my husband left me while I was going through treatment. I was under the influence of a lot of painkillers and a lot of other drugs, a very aggressive chemotherapy treatment that left me so dizzy and fogged in the brain that I would forget to turn the stove off. I would forget to turn the oven off. I would do things that were very...
Oh, I have nothing to do with her cancer whatsoever. And I'm genuinely happy that she was able to defeat it. And I'm genuinely sorry that she had to go through some major shit throughout this kind of thing. But it's worth watching.
Dangerous. And I was still smoking at the time, so the gas would be on and I would light a cigarette and I would get shrieked at. Like, what is wrong with you? You're going to kill everybody in the house. You're going to do this. You're going to do that, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't remember. I would put Post-it notes above the oven that said, turn the oven off, and I would forget to read them. Or I would read them and I would forget what I had just read. So it was a combination of confusion and being berated for being sick. The hospital experience was a nightmare. I didn't want visitors. I didn't want people coming because I was being pumped up full of fluids. I was as big as a pumpkin. The nurses couldn't find a vein. Every time they would try to draw blood, they would draw fluid out instead. It was horrible. And I started snapping at people I loved because I would tell them to leave me alone, go away, let me process this on my own. Nobody would leave me alone. I would get crankier and crankier. I couldn't sleep. My gastric reflux was a nightmare. I started going through menopause the night of my surgery, like hours after my surgery. And I was in bed with those awful inflatable cuffs on my calves. And they were suffocating my calves, and I was sweating and crying, and I was telling the nurses, take...
Oh, thank you, Jamie, for becoming a patron. Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
These things off, and it was horrible. It was horrible, and it took a long time to recover. And certain things that I experienced, I have never recovered from. Never. So I understand all too well what it's like to have your womanhood, your...
Oh, thank you again, Johnny Hellcat, going through Streamlabs, reflecting, I just can't do it. Now let me regale you with a tale of woe, the likes you've never seen. Thank you so much, Johnny. Thank you. You're a good lad.
Femininity, your
I'm fond of you too, Jamie.
value as a woman questioned because you've never had children. to be told, oh, thank God you never bred, you're a horrible cunt, you're a witch, you're a this, you're a that. I don't care. The people who are saying that stuff don't bother me because I don't know who they are.
It doesn't bother you, yet you continuously bring it up.
They literally are ones and zeros to me.
I'm a
okay?
one
They're nobody.
I'm a 0 and a 1. Thank you very much.
And they're largely men also.
These men are attacking women. I remember when I was in the girl sphere, right? That ridiculous piece of criticism was launched at me an awful lot. You're a male attacking women. You can feel free to look through my channel, dude. You'll see that I have heavily criticized men as well. But all right.
None of that bothers me because I am very glad and very fortunate to be alive. Very glad. And cancer completely changed the way I look at the world. Completely. Things that I was certain of before my treatment, I decided to start questioning after my treatment.
Shadow.
I became a lot more open-minded, but I also became a lot tougher. And there were things that I would no longer tolerate because I became acutely aware of the impermanence of life, of how you can be here today, perfectly healthy, and tomorrow you could be dead, unexpectedly. So I thought, I'm going to live life my way from now on. I'm going to do what
I've been wishing for that for a while, that I just would,
I want, within reason, obviously. And I'm not going to apologize for it. I've looked death in the eye.
Okay.
And I said, not yet. And so I said, fuck it. I'm going to live my life the way I want to live my life. No matter how old I am, no matter who I'm surrounded by, no matter what, I live life on my own terms. I do as I like because, again, I don't know how many years I have left. And that can be said for all of us. So.
Knowing my luck, I've got another 50 and I won't be happy with that.
With all that said, I have always been more than willing to help anyone who is going through a hysterectomy, whether cancer-related or not, somebody who's going through issues with hormonal imbalances, someone who is dealing with gynecological issues of a very serious nature, especially...
Oh, wait a minute. My memory's coming back to me. She outed a creator that is having a hysterectomy. Didn't she?
As they pertain to aging. My DMs have always been open. My emails have always been open to those who have my phone number. I recently had one of my best friends in life go through breast cancer. She was terrified. I spent a lot of time texting.
Yeah, I thought she did. She outed, just saying, for a very, very private medical procedure. Not just that as well, but she, managed to, acquire Your Channel Is Next, actual first name, and said that shit on a stream. And the guy's not even a content creator, he's just a friend of GG and a mod for him. Yeah, she gave, that's it, she gave it to Negs, and Negs said it on a stream. You can't hear me very well. I'm not coming through loud enough. It's because I'm speaking quietly, I think. I try to stay closer to my microphone.
With her and talking to her about what to expect and chemo, and because chemo is a scary thing. Cancer is a scary word, right? I will help anyone who is genuinely afraid, who genuinely needs advice, who just wants to say, holy fuck, I'm getting a hysterectomy. I'm scared to death. I don't know what's going to happen with my sex life. I don't know what's going to happen with my husband, with my kids, with my boyfriend, with my girlfriend, whatever. And I get that. I understand what that's like. And, people give me a lot of grief about my giveaways, about money, about this and that and the other thing. But one of the things that I've always been, if I may toot my own horn, one of the things that I've always been really generous with is my time. My time. I've given a lot of time to strangers who have asked me for help and who have asked me for advice.
Yeah, by the way, Negs made a video about me yesterday and then deleted it. I have no idea what he said. Do any of you guys know? I have no idea.
Now, I am happy to do it. I am more than happy to do it. I'm happy to be there as someone who can give you positive reinforcement and say, you can get to the other side. You can do this. You can manage it. It looks like it's, overwhelming. It looks like it's not going to happen. I can tell you, when I got my diagnosis, I seriously considered committing suicide because I could not imagine going through the surgery, the treatments, all of it. I
Same.
couldn't imagine it, but I thought, no, fuck it. Let me see what happens, right? Let's just go with this. Let's see if it's possible to survive it. And I did. So I've always been very generous with my time, even to complete strangers. Because as I have said on more than one occasion, there are things that are more important than likes, subs, views, memberships, all of that. There are things that are more important, and that's one of them.
But they're pretty good, though, aren't they? Especially when you go to streamlabs.com/Irate Alex. Oh, you gotta love that fucking shield from me. Come on now.
And I'm not going to say what I'm about to say to discourage people from contacting me if they're going through a bad patch and they want advice. But because I don't talk about everything that I went through. And
guys in the chat, don't be mad. Don't be mad, seriously. Don't get angry. Don't get angry. Seriously.
And what it's like when I remember what happened to me, and what it's like when I dream about it and I wake up in a cold sweat, right? People assume that I'm totally over it and everything's fine and I washed my hands of it and look at this boss babe, look at this bad bitch, look at this. No, it's not like that, because every single time that I give somebody advice about dealing with cancer, about dealing with a hysterectomy, gynecological issues, menopause, losing your marriage as a result of a procedure that you've had, whatever,
As my chat broke, is working on the, there we go, fucking thing. All right.
I relive all of it over and over and over again. Every time I give somebody a piece of advice, I remember what it was like to go through it. And it hurts. It impacts me very, very much. There have been times when I have given women advice.
You also outed some of their private information as well. That wasn't very nice. Chaos One, thank you very much, mate. There are things more important, but if Alex is doing a stream on you, do you actually know any of them? Thank you very much, Lee. Thank you.
There are things more important. But if Alex is doing a stream on you, do you actually know any of them?
I feel for your husband, Chrissy. My brother has it too. He has primary progressive. Is catheterized permanently, in a wheelchair permanently. Has a wet room. Has carers.
There have been times when I've given women advice, and I have had to go and... Especially when a woman tells me that...
And thank you, Mary, for becoming a patron. Thank you.
She's afraid her husband is going to leave her. I know what that's like. And I go through it over and over and over again, and I do it because I care. I give a fuck about people, even people I've never met. I care. So when I see a person who I have been generous with my time with, who I have counseled, who I have counseled on dealing with the loss of sexual desire, of what happens below the waist when you've had that kind of an operation, what you can do to get your womanhood back, how to claw it back. When I spend all that time explaining to someone, and I'm not talking about one particular person, I'm talking about a number of people that I've gone through this with. When I go through all that and I remember the humiliation and the rage that I felt because somebody left me because I couldn't have children, or because now I was all of a sudden, I was old, I was used up, I was useless, I had no more value in life because those organs had been taken away. When I see a person that I have counseled through this turn around and accuse me of being selfish, what else? Miserly.
I think the miserly thing. Come on now. This was a point that I brought up in the last stream. I guess that she's the one who gets to decide what's anti-Semitic and what isn't. I still don't think what French fried girl said was anti-Semitic, to be perfectly honest with you. But, you know, I'm not Jewish, so I guess I don't get to decide on what is anti-Semitic, I suppose. Callie was the same way with me, you know, because I'm not African-American. I don't know what racism is, despite, you know, being... having dealt with actual racism in real life, but okay.
Grasping, money grubbing, egotistical, a narcissist that I don't care about.
These are insults.
Zara threw £5 because they are a good boy.
Yes, they
Had
are.
fully convinced myself months I might have eye cancer after being referred to a different hospital for more tests for something suspicious. Tests were on Thursday. Bish,
You just have bumpy eyeballs. Relief. Thank you, Zara, for the £5 donation via Streamlabs. You have bumpy eyeballs. Well, damn. I also had a cancer scare over Christmas period. They shoved a camera up my nose and down my throat. And Aged in Wood comes barreling in with a very, very generous super chat. Oh my God, chat, come back to me. I've lost it. No. Just a little something to say thanks for your entertaining videos. I think you are a sweetie. Oh, thank you for saying
Just
so.
a little
Thank you for the
something to
very,
say
very
thanks for all of your entertaining
donation as
videos.
well.
I think you are a sweetie. Purple heart, folded hands, medium skin tone, victory hand, medium light skin tone.
You know, when the Streamlabs bot reads emojis, it sounds like an insult. But thank you. It's very, very generous of you.
Anyone, really. I'm a fraud. I don't give a shit. And you know why they say this about me? They say this about me because they don't approve of someone that I made friends with.
To be fair, most of those aren't even insults, really. I mean, I'm a whore. I am a dirty, dirty little slut. Okay, and I'm also a pretty princess as well. And I'm a little bit narcissistic. I mean, what content creator isn't? If you go on camera on YouTube, right, you have to be a little bit narcissistic, don't you? Come on now, come on. Most of those aren't even insults, really.
Because they want to criticize me for a decision that I made that has nothing to do with them. They want to come at me and they want to lie about me and say that I am some kind of, some kind of an elite, heartless monster, that I am not worthy anymore.
Let me just turn my camera back on because I love looking at myself. I am a very, very handsome man after all. Thank you, Johnny Hellcat, for the Streamlabs donation. Let me just read that. One more. I understand some shit has gone down, but it doesn't get to justify being a shitbag. Thanks for the mixed-race entrepreneur. You're goddamn right. Thank you, Johnny Hellcat. You are a delightful man. Let me just, there we go. Oh, let me give myself a wee crack there. I don't think you're a monster, DC. I don't. Despite your many accusations against me, apparently lying about you and apparently slandering you and apparently running a smear campaign, what I originally wanted to do with this mess was to criticize you harshly for, well, choosing to befriend Negs. And thank you very much, Six, for going through Streamlabs. Her frames are too big for her face. Orange Lucozade is awesome. Stop it. There, got you to say it, ha. No, don't drink orange Lucozade. Drink original or apple. Thank you, Six. Thank you. No, I don't think that DC is a monster. I genuinely don't. Just because I called you a cunt one time, you should hear it when me and one of my mods fall out of each other, or when me and Ranting Monkey, a perfect example. And of course, another reference to the Bloodsports days back in... See, I actually was on the first Bloodsports, the first Kumite stream, back when Bloodsports was actually just a friendly joke between small content creators, before that fabled stream with the guy with the alien avatar, and then it popped the fuck off. But during that period of time, Ranting Monkey and I had a very, very, very heated discussion. We were calling each other cunts. Every fucking name under the sun. Just, you fucking prick, you fucking waste of space.
Jamie Lynn threw £10 because they are a good boy. Love your voice and your face. But love you more.
I'm fond of you as well. Even fonder of you now because you went through Streamlabs. Thank you very much, Jamie Lynn, for that. And if you love my voice, you will like my ASMR channel, which Mickey will get the link for and promote it in the chat for, won't you? But no, I don't hate DC. I don't feel like I've lied about you. I don't think that I've slandered you. I don't think that I have led a smear campaign. The argument that is getting on everyone's nerves here and is constantly rolling downhill, creating a bigger and bigger snowball, is that you've chosen to befriend Negs. Now, usually the whole guilt by association thing kind of, that's whatever. But it's a little bit more than that, isn't it? Oh, Negs has changed. Negs is this, Negs is that. Negs hasn't changed at all. Is still doing the same shit. Is throwing around pedo accusations. You keep dismissing, like, one of the reasons why I got annoyed in the first place is because you kept dismissing the criticism of Negs because Tragic. Now, here's the thing. Again, I was covering Tragic long before you, okay? And I know that Tragic is a shit. And I know that I don't want him anywhere fucking near me. Does he retweet me a lot? Yeah. I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about that because I know the lengths at which he has gone. I know that he himself accused Shabisky of being in possession of child porn and being a pedophile as well, which I don't think is true, to be honest with you. It just so happens that some of these people who you keep telling us to do the research, go watch this person's video, go watch that person's video. The thing is with these evidence videos is that they are really, really bad. And I'm not just saying that to be a dick. They are not good. They don't, a lot of these things don't prove anything. I mean, one of them is like, Tragic said my kid, he's being possessive over his children. Oh, look, he's rubbing an Elmo doll on a cat. That cat didn't consent. Like, these are not good gotchas. These are not pieces of evidence that I can sit there and go, damn him to heck. Damn him to hell. All right? He is still the same. Negs is still the same fucker. Just because I'm choosing to not go after Tragic, even though I've done it in the past, does not negate the issues with Negs, and I don't see how you don't see that. Thank you. Black Man Television. Thank you very much for Super Chat. Savannah is using the... Oh my god. Come back. Savannah is using the argument that you can't be Jewish if you're an atheist, ignoring the fact that it's also it is an ethnicity and a culture. Who else used the argument?
Silvana is using the argument that you can't be Jewish if you're an atheist, ignoring the fact that it's also a ethnicity and a culture. Who else used that argument, Silvana? Negs? Thinking face?
It is an ethnicity. Although Ashkenazi Jews do originate out of Europe, but I'm not going to get involved in that dispute between you two. Thank you. Black Man Television. Appreciate that. But no, I don't hate DC. Name calling is part of being on the internet. And yeah, you said you were joking about blood sports, but I don't believe you, to be honest with you. I feel like that's a cop-out. Like, if you think that you could handle blood sports, but you latch on to the fact that I called you a cunt one time, then you're not ready for blood sports. And yes, I know how blood sports eventually turned out. Again, I watched all this happen. I was once technically a part of that community. There were two things that happened back then. The blood sports things happened and fucking hell broke loose. Even I was dragged on to a stream by Tonka when it was at its height, in front of 4,000 people and called out for fence sitting. And him and Failure berated me in front of 4,000 people. Every single person in that chat hated me. Hated my fucking guts, giving me all kinds of shit, That's fine, it's whatever. I did win them over though, however, because they pulled someone on to challenge me and to be devil's advocate for an argument. That person couldn't argue with me ultimately because they agreed with me. But, you know, but being called a cunt is such a minor thing, man. But the thing is, people right now are being accused of being in possession of child pornography, of CP. And, you know, you're the one going around telling everybody to do the research. Well, we went and looked at one of those videos that had a massive file dump. Blame Mrs. Parker for all of this, by the way, guys. Nah, she's alright, bless her. And there was apparently a folder called CP. Now, of course, Gigi misspoke, and that's not true. A folder called labeled CP didn't have any CP in it, but actually gore in it. And now these accusations are getting thrown around. Do you think it's acceptable to be going around and encouraging this kind of thing? I mean, here's the thing. If, let's say, Ranting Monkey is one of my good friends, right? Is a fellow content creator. If he started slinging around this narrative that the people that he didn't like were in possession of CP, I'd fucking spank him. I'd spank that monkey. I'd fucking I'd spank it. He knows damn well I'd call his ass out. And I wouldn't be nice about it, and he knows that. I mean, he has actually made videos on me. So the point is, a lot of this stuff, a lot of the real issues are being ignored, dismissed, and whatever else, okay? And you really, 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 really antagonized me when you chose to gaslight me. Now, you think that you didn't. You dismiss this over and over and over again. But when you suggest that my argument is null and void because MS must be fucking with my head, which is not obviously verbatim, but you did insinuate that. That's not cool, Chief. That's not cool. Okay. I know you're trying to be down with the kids, so that's not based, as the kids might say, DC. But again, I'm not calling you any names. I'm not calling you any names. So I'm going to hide my beautiful face again, boopy doop, and put this back up, and we shall continue.
After I have gone through every single step that they can go through, when they have shared all their issues with me, and I've said, you can do this, you can make it through, you can do this, 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 and this, and this. And then I turn around and I make friends with somebody. And now all of a sudden, they are willing to go out and smear me and lie about me.
Oh, God.
And...
Yeah, all right, guys, serious note, right? Don't take my word for anything. Legitimate. Don't take a single fucking thing I say as gospel. Seriously. Go to Kiwi Farms. Go to the Hayden Nation thread and see it for yourselves. Right? That thread is getting bigger and bigger by the fucking day. Seriously, right? Don't take my word for shit. Don't just buy into the bollocks that comes out of my mouth. Go there and see the threads and see the screenshots and see the videos for yourselves.
They are willing to co-sign lies that are spread about me having to do with me being, like I said, a monster. Someone who is not generous, somebody who is totally unfeeling, somebody who does this with an agenda, someone who, fuck you.
I'll be honest, I'm a little bit turned on by that.
And that is exactly why I want an apology from these people. How many hours did I spend with some of you going through?
I know that you wanted one from me. I don't think she's demanding one from me here, but she has asked for one. That she asked me for an apology before she would talk to me again. No, that's not going to happen. I generally don't apologize as it is anyway. I mean, we could apologize to each other. I mean, I feel slighted. We can say sorry to each other at the same time. We can do a countdown, 3, 2, 1, if you want to.
Point by point, step by step, what you could do to get your womanhood back, to get your confidence back, to not do not reduce yourself down to a uterus, fallopian tubes, and ovaries. you know, that you can live by my example if you want. And every single time I would close those DM exchanges, I would go into my bedroom and I would sit there and stare at the wall and think, thank God this is not going to happen to me again. But it did happen. And I have shared that part of myself with someone. And now you're going to join a fucking mob? And you are going to come for me?
To be fair, the mob that's gone against you hasn't been that bad. You know, I've seen a great deal of people being banned in your chat that weren't even being rude. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, she has a crack at you, doesn't she, in this stream, Necro?
And you're going to lie about me and smear me? Because I decided to start speaking to somebody named Ron Corbin who lives in Indiana. So because I speak to Ron Corbin in Indiana, you now have the right to stampede all over me? You have the right to smear me, attack me? I don't care what your problem is. I don't care what your problem is. I don't care why you had your hysterectomy. I don't care what the issue was. I don't care what caused it. I don't care if it was cancer, if it was a hormone imbalance, if it was just whatever the case may be. You have no fucking right. You have no fucking right to then turn around and pretend that I did not spend day after day after day with you.
To be fair, DC, you know, there are some people that I've helped in life, you know, deal with some pretty shitty situations, and they're no longer my friend. They kind of just went their own way, you know. They have everyone has the right to do pretty much whatever it is the internet. I realize that this is a highly emotionally charged argument and everything, but it is unfortunately a fact of life. This is the way things go. And you did decide to give it away, you know, just sayings, you know, medical issue. But I'm fairly sure it was a private thing. I left because there were perfectly sensible people. Oh my God. Let me just scroll on up. That were treated like garbage, people who were not being rude. And yeah, and you know, she was being banned left, right, and Chelsea. And thank you very much, Silvana, for the Streamlabs donation. Thank you for keeping us losers company on a Saturday night. Cool cat. Well, you know, I am also one of those losers, so head loser. Thank you, Silvana, and hello, Suit, and hello, Commie. They're in the chat. Sorry, man, I didn't say hello to you.
Comforting you, giving you advice, and helping you. Just because you don't like somebody named Ron Corbin in Indiana. So because I associate with someone you don't like, suddenly now you have the right to smear me. You have the right now to turn yourself into a victim after you have dragged my name all over the internet.
You know, when I was in the social political genre, I used to get dragged a lot, right? By what would eventually become bread tubers, I suppose. Just the lefties, if you will. For having alt-right people in my audience. Now, they were legitimate alt-right. They were very much neo-Nazis and stuff. And, you know, as much as I tried, you know, I was like, you know I'm mixed race, right? And they didn't care. They were like, so what, your dad was a mud shark? You know, I couldn't get rid of those fuckers. Because they had that association. That's how I was treated, you know. I was shit on by a lot of left-leaning people who I was, you know, very friendly with, often on Twitter or wherever else, really. The thing is you associate with somebody and you act very, very friendly with somebody who has done things and continues to do things that are beyond terrible. Why are you surprised, DC? I still don't get. You know what, Commie? I can't actually remember whether you ever called me out for that, but I do remember a couple people doing it.
You can go ahead and do that if you want. You can do it. You can go ahead. You can keep on lying about me. You can keep on dragging me. You can come after me about my...
Yeah, there's Frank. He shits on me a lot. Yeah, I'm masochistic, aren't I?
Age, my glasses, my panties or lack thereof, my sex life, whether I live with my brother, the way I dress, my Christmas tree, my handbags, my giveaways. You can come after me in any way you want. You can say...
Thank you, Cryptic.
Cryptic threw £5 because they are a good boy. You got dragged because you're a quarter who associates with a midget Canadian Portuguese bean counter. IMO.
I'm surprised you didn't accuse me of throwing any spears, Cryptic, but thank you for the Streamlabs donation, mate.
That, it's disgusting that I'm fucking negs. It's not happening, but...
I've never said this.
You know what, Alex?
Hi, this is when I
have
turned
never
up in the
done that
chat.
to you, and I am so sick of you at this
You did, by the way.
point. I still like you, but I'm sick of you.
Well, make up your mind, DC.
I never used your MS against you. You are a liar.
Yes, she did. I'm not lying. See what I mean? She accuses me of lying. These things are demonstrable. You can go and look for yourselves, guys.
I've never done that to you. Never. Never. And if you go back to the beginning of the...
And yes, Paul, yes. And believe me, it took a while for me to realize. Despite my attempts to get rid of the fuckers.
stream, you will hear what I said about you and your MS. And if you think that that's coming for you, that's not what happened.
My point was DC is a fraud. She doesn't stand for Jewism, not for atheism. She's a fraud. She stands for nothing. Okay. Roger that. Hello, Stephanie.
I've never done that to you. Never.
Yes, you have. This shit is fucking demonstrable, man. I tweeted about this when she did it.
And no, I'm not going to block you.
Man, her chat fucking was on me like a tramp on chips, I tell you.
Alex, calm the fuck down.
See what I mean? I've got to calm down. Okay. Why is it always me that has to calm down? Why is it always me who has to calm down? Despite you constantly complaining about the fact that I called you the C word over and the fact that you can't keep my name out of your fucking mouth. Why is it me who has to calm down? Commie, can you repeat your message again, please?
Okay, I never did that to you.
Yes, you did. Thank you, Cryptic, for the 5.
Cryptic threw £5 because they are a good boy. Well, you do wear loincloth and run around making clicking sounds and holding a spear yelling Kunta Kente. Happy?
No, I'm not happy, Cryptic. Thank you.
I never did that to you.
Yes, you did.
You came at me in one of the most dishonest, full-throated attacks I have ever seen.
If you think that live stream that I did was a full-on fucking attack... Oh, look! Isn't that the person, Dawn Helena? Aren't you the person who said, No, it can't be you. It can't be. Let me check against these screenshots that I posted earlier really quickly. Dawn Helene 59, is that the same person? Ah, it is, yeah, you're the fucking idiot who said multiple sclerosis is a minor disease. To me in DC's chat. Ah, that's interesting. Yeah. Should probably go look that up. Dumb fuck.
Ever. And I'm not talking about you, obviously, because you've never had a hysterectomy. What you did...
Oh, see what I mean? Dismissing my point again. What? Because of women problems. That is not my issue. That was never my issue with this stream either.
To me was so unbelievably dishonest. The rage that went into your live stream about me was so unbelievable. It was so untowards. It was so uncalled for, so
I was nowhere near as rude to you as I have been to a lot of other people, and you patroned me when I was. It doesn't matter on the variety of multiple sclerosis, Don. It's got nothing to do with the type of multiple sclerosis. Everyone with MS is different. Mine continues to be active. It doesn't matter whether it's relapse remitting, secondary progressive, or primary progressive. Everyone has different symptoms. Everyone's experience is different. I can assure you the fact that I have to inject myself once a month with a medication called Kesimpta that prevents it from evolving into secondary progressive, in which case I'd be well and truly fucked. Right? It does not mean that my mobility, my ability to remember things, and it doesn't just go for me, it goes for many people. Multiple sclerosis is not a minor autoimmune disease. It's quite a serious one. Oh yeah, a lot of people, especially with relapse remitting, do live very, very manageable lives. I, unfortunately, do not. But if you've got it as well, why are you calling it minor? You know what I mean? Like, real talk for a second, right? Let's just talk about MS. Right, I'll be open and honest about this real quick. Let me just get that. Thank you, Cryptic, for the 5. With inflation, this should cover your KFC dinner. That's racist and nice. I don't like grape drink. Save the bones to do voodoo magic. I'm not happy with you. But thank you, Cryptic. Let's talk about MS, right? I legitimately, when I went for my first Ocrevus infusion, I got legit triggered, right? And when I went for my second one, I got legit triggered, right? And when I changed my MS clinic because I wasn't happy with the first one, I once again got triggered, right? Because I limp in on my crutches into this room with people full. The room is full of people with MS, and they're getting up, they're walking around, some of them in business attire, you know, coming in, going back out again. And I thought to myself, am I fucking faking? Is this shit in my head? Like, am I making this shit up? Like, I legitimately, like, I got so angry, right? And, you know, I got to speak to a multiple sclerosis psychiatrist, yes, they exist, about this. And they were like, no, look, everyone with it is different. And you have to remember that it's invisible. And, yeah, it's different for everyone. I'm not that lucky. Unfortunately, I am not that lucky. There are symptoms I experience that I have not spoken about publicly, nor am I going to. But to say that it's minor, you know, considering what it can do to you, you'll also have to send that message again, please, Commie, because I missed it again. Yeah, my neurologist also suggested that some of my symptoms were in my head as well, and they weren't consistent with my the damage to my brain and my spinal cord. And well, I don't know. What can I tell you? Pain is pain, dude. I don't know what to fucking tell you. Like, you know what I mean?
Necessary.
But you know, I wasn't happy with that dismissive comment of it, and I'm not happy with how DC handled me. You don't need to apologize to me. You know, at the end of the day, I don't want apologies from people. You don't need to apologize to me. You want to call me out for shit. It's fine. You know, it's whatever.
When all I've done is treat you well on my channel, even when we have had disagreements.
Oh yeah. Oh, so you blatantly ignored when I was last on her stream, right? She didn't tell me how angry it made her. And yeah, I never thought you were a Nazi. I thought you were. Oh my god. Give us a second. Okay, I thought you were a useful idiot for Nazis, and still are to some level. Well, that's worthy of discussion, but not right now. Hey, Miss Glory. Oh my stars. I try imitating you, you know, Miss Hussey. Seriously, I was sat with my mods last night in Discord VC, and I'm sat there. What is it you say? A disaster. I was trying to do it, and I couldn't get it.
I have treated you well.
No, you haven't. You know what, right? Ignoring the things that I say and not challenging me on them directly is not treating me well. It is not treating me like a friend, is it? Seriously, If I, like, okay, the big thing that what she's referring to here, right, is the January 6th argument. Now, have your opinions, all right? A lot of people consider it to be an insurrection, all right? It is literally a silly fucking argument. It's all about semantics, about how you want to categorize it, right? It's not worth getting into a giant fight over, right? But that is what she's referring to. Now, if she actually was a fucking mate to me, she would have directly challenged me there and brought up videos, and we could have had a discussion about that. There were a couple of things that I said that pissed her off, but she chose not to challenge me. If you are a content creator, it doesn't matter who you are. If I say something that pisses you off and you strongly disagree with me, then fucking talk to me, man. I'm not going to bite your face off. I'm not going to scream at you. I'm not going to fucking whip my dick out and start doing a fucking helicopter bashing you in the face with it.
Towards the shirt fund.
Thank you. The Whiplash for the £20 Streamlabs donation. Thank you very much. It's very, very generous of you.
And you had the unbelievable fucking nerve to go on your channel and do that live stream where you...
God forbid. God forbid But how many times have you said my name? How many times have you brought my name up over and over and over again on your channel? Quite a few times, I think.
You smeared me, attacked me, lied about
I didn't smear you. I didn't attack you. I criticized you. I didn't lie about you either.
me.
Right, guys. Content creators. There's a few content creators in the chat. I'm sure there's probably a few people from the New Zealand fruit agricultural centre here. If I have lied, if I have smeared DCMediagirl, if I have made up anything or been unfair to her, call me on it. I'm not joking. Make a video, do a live stream, put my fucking face in the thumbnail and put googly eyes on it, right? Fucking go look at all this shit yourselves. Because she's too fucking lazy, a journalist who's lazy, shock horror, I know. Go and look at this shit yourself. And if you find me to be fucking lying, find me to be in a position where I'm wanting, call me the fuck out. Please do that. Please.
I never, ever, ever criticized or talk down to people who live in council housing. I never did that. If you would
Yes, you did. Yeah, you did.
listen to what I said, you would know that that was the case. Your
By
insecurity,
the way, that was the only time I ever got a bit shouty. Yeah, show me the evidence.
Alex, are not my problem.
Oh, I see. Again, dismissing my criticism with emotion. My insecurities. The Shah of Thirst has become a channel member. See what I mean? Do you see what I mean? This is why I got so annoyed with her. How does she not see this shit? Really? Hey, under the veil. How are you?
They're not my problem.
Well, you never had to answer me. You never had to get angry about that stream that you apparently didn't watch, but we all know that you did.
As a matter of fact,
I don't know who she writes for now, Commie.
your live stream was so awful, Alex.
It was so awful. There's quite a few positive comments on it.
People who like you were DMing me and saying, please don't listen to that stream because he has gone crazy and the
I've gone crazy. Yeah, I've gone crazy. Yeah, okay.
stuff that he's saying about you is really unfair and it's really awful.
I was not unfair. I can be unfair if you want. Thank you, Frank, for continuing your channel membership, mate. I'm putting in my wolf suit for you. Better not be. You better not be, you fucking degenerate. Thank you, Frank, though.
Alex, why don't you go, call me a cunt again, and do another live stream
I mean, I'll do another live stream, but I'm not going to call you a cunt again. I don't want to upset you.
about what a hypocrite I am. And
You
I
are a hypocrite, though. Like,
won't watch that one either.
you
okay?
definitely watched the first one.
Go ahead.
Hey, look, you know what, right? If you watched the last stream and you felt I was unfair or anything else like that, and you decide to unsubscribe, that's fine. I don't control you. I'm not here to impress you either. I do me.
And your little mod Necrosoul.
My little mod? You mean the military veteran who is definitely taller than me, and I'm 5'11".
With his little comments about how glad he is that I can't reproduce. Like I said, I don't
control him. He is grown. I don't control him.
know. I don't know Necrosol. I don't care who he is. I don't even care what he thinks of me.
Well, why are you bringing it up? I didn't bring it up in the chat. Why is she bringing my mod up? He's not even a... Well, okay, he is technically a content creator. He does live streams. And he does have a YouTube channel as well. But why are you going on about Necro? I didn't bring him up here.
But if that's the level of discourse that you want to have on your channel...
It's got nothing to do with me. Necro says what Necro says.
Go ahead. It has nothing to do with me. Nothing.
Okay. It's nothing to... All right. Well, it's got nothing to do with me either. I don't control him. He's grown. If I tried to tell Necro what to do, he'd tell me to go fuck my own face.
And as I've said about 1,000 times on this channel, Alex, I don't give a shit if somebody calls me a hypocrite.
It's amazing. She got so triggered by me being there.
I have already acknowledged that that's exactly what I am.
It is not a trait. It is not a virtue to sit there about being a fucking hypocrite. That's not a good thing. Good God.
There are worse things in life.
I mean, I agree.
Like being
yeah.
a backstabber and a liar. And
I'm a backstabber now. Okay.
no,
okay.
Alex, I am not referring to you.
It doesn't matter whether you're referring to me or not. I had criticism of you. You are a fellow content creator. You were not above criticism. Neither am I.
Before you go crazy again and call me a
Oh, I went crazy last time, guys. I went crazy. You know, when I get like that, when I get a bit shouty on stream, I'm not doing it because I'm angry. I do it for the show. Because I like a good rant. I always have done. Who doesn't like a good rant?
Cunt again. I'm not referring.
See, she's so angry that I called her a cunt. But blood sports, guys! Oh, we're gonna have blood sports! Oh,
Bring to you.
Okay.
But it's happened to me more than once over the past couple of weeks.
Well, to be fair, you were deserving of pretty much all of that, to be honest. I've been sat back watching, being very quiet, you know, and just kind of sitting back and keeping an eye on things. As I told you, I regularly peruse Kiwi Farms. You know, I keep up with all this shit.
So, having a difference of opinion with someone, Alex, is not an excuse to...
Is it just a difference of opinion, though, DC? Is it? Is it? I noticed that you were too much of a coward to react to my stream directly as well, by the way. You had to go 7 reactions deep in order to watch the fucking stream.
Then turn around and stream lies.
I didn't lie.
And smears. And
guys, you can find that stream. It's up on Alex Unhinged, my second channel. I'm sure one of my mods will promote that for you. You can go along, you can watch that for yourselves, and you can check anything I said against all the insurmountable evidence on the Kiwi Farms Hater Nation meta thread, if you would like to. And thank you very much, Frank. I don't want to get shouty. Thank you, though, Frank. I don't want to get shouty today. I'm not my best today. Why do some still give so much weight to the most petty of insults? I don't know. I don't know.
Insults the way you did about me in the clips that I saw. I still haven't watched your stream, by the way. I won't do...
You're so... No, who's lying now?
Do it.
You know what I said in the stream. Weird.
I won't do it. Oh, Alex, come on. Stop being such a child. Bye.
Oh, I'm being a child. I was being a child, guys. I'm the one being a child, while she sits there saying she doesn't care about this and doesn't care about that.
Bye. Go do another stream about me.
Oh well,
Go do another stream about me telling everybody what a terrible person I am.
I don't think you're a terrible person. I don't. I genuinely don't think that she's a terrible person. Legitimately, I don't think that she's a terrible person. I don't think that she's a bad person. I don't think that. I genuinely don't. She seems to think that I'd have this awful opinion of her, but I don't. I've been very critical of her. Of course I have. But then again, you know, I've also been extremely critical of Chantal in the past. I don't dislike Chantal. I've been extremely critical of people like Philip DeFranco, you know, and I mean, it's not I can't dislike the guy. I don't know him, you know, and I kind of want to buy some of his toilet roll that he sells. Hello, Apocalyptic Hellfire, and thank you, Shadow, for the very generous super chat. Gonna have to head off now, so it's time for the obligatory super chat rather than Streamlabs, because lol. Dick. Ancient Chinese proverb originating from Shandong province in Kent. Some mistakes are too fun to make only once. That's actually really good. I like that. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you. I don't need to see that stream again. I was there. She was far more childish and unpleasant with her insults to her own supporters. I don't hate her. I don't think she's a terrible person. I genuinely don't. I genuinely do not think that she's a terrible, awful fucking person. I mean, she thinks that I think that, but I've been I've been ultra critical of people before. I have, but that's kind of the YouTube game, is being critical of other content creators. I'm just gonna skip that because I already read it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, look, it's the gaining ground.
This is when GG turned up, of course. Love you, Shadow.
Oh my god. Hey, Negs. Negs, I want you to get a screen.
The thumbnail. I'm currently here. What Alex did was dishonest. You spent almost 2 years telling your audience I'm a meth head alcoholic who wants to beat and stalk women. You're not a victim. You are certifiably insane. I still don't even understand. Didn't the entire drama between her and Gigi stem from Gigi just calling her a hypocrite one time, and then that was it? Just checking that it's critique, it's not sharing violent daydreams and hate, as I've seen Negs do. Irate Alex, new here, make sure critical means what I think it does. I don't want anyone to go to DC's channel and give her any shit. Please don't do that on my behalf, guys. And certainly, I'm not gonna sit here and espouse my BDSM fantasies. Thank you very much.
Screenshot of this. Please get a screenshot of this. Isn't that fun?
To be fair, I made it a thumbnail, so.
Gigi, if I were you, and I don't even like you, I think you're an idiot, but if I were you...
I think Gigi's quite nice, actually.
You know what? I'm going to hold my tongue. I'm going to hold my tongue. Because, Gigi, I think that you know that there's a side to you that other people don't know about.
I've spoken to Gigi extensively. I think he's a nice guy. I mean, other than, you know, the pushing me into the Kiwi Farms server and locking me in there, which I felt was a bit rude. All I wanted was some juice.
You're playing with fire, Gigi. That's all I can say to you. And I never said I was a...
Is that a threat? Sounds like a threat to me.
Victim. You're the victim, Gigi. You and your friend Sylvana. You guys are the victims. Not me. I will be damned before anybody calls me a victim. Okay? If somebody calls a victim, they're getting banned from chat. Okay, Negs, you got the screenshot? All right.
Jinx, by the way. Necro.
And I want to say something to you, Gigi, because
I beat ya. I beat ya.
That you're not aware of something that you need to understand. You think that only 2 people knew your channel is Next's identity? You don't seem to understand how the internet works. After his bullshit, that little joke that he made about the hate crime and all that, she makes me want to do a hate crime, referring to Charlie Gold. Do you realize how many people decided to try and find out who he was? There were dozens of people who were looking into him. Dozens. Looking for his identity.
And yet you told Negs his name, and Negs said his name on stream. Nice.
So it's not like Your Channel is Next was Valerie Plame, you know, some super secret undercover agent. Your Channel is Next fucked around, and Your Channel is Next found out. You know?
So did you?
No. He wanted to have a little joke and get all edgy and all cutesy poo and insult people left, right, and center. So people decided... Wait, can't talk again. Gigi, you know what? You know what's so funny about you? You know what's so funny about you is that you are going to carry this to your grave. You and Hussey, you guys are a match made in heaven.
She's far too happy about this.
You guys, who are too old to behave this way, are going to keep...
Aren't you too old to be behaving this way, to be fair? Like, swinging that folding fan around.
Dragging...
But you go, girl!
This bullshit around with you. Like the chains that Jacob Marley dragged around behind him. Thank you, Dawn. In A Christmas Carol. Gigi, why don't you forget it? Why don't you forget it? Why don't you move on?
She's a disaster. I can't do it, man. I'm unable to do it.
And you know what? If you're going to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and, you know, start posting more community tabs about Charlie Gold on your Discounted Life channel, we all...
Am I the youngest one involved in all this drama, by the way? By the way, it's my birthday this month, guys. I'm turning 34. I'm done. I'm too old for this shit. I'm 34 on the 21st
know that
of
you're
March.
Discounted Life, Gigi. We all know. So, cut it out.
Oh, dearie me.
Why don't you come clean? Come clean. You'll feel better.
I need a wee. Making sure I wasn't missing something like encouraging hate towards her. I didn't think he did such a thing, but double checking besides BDSM is all about consent. Oh my god, I can't catch up with the chat. I'm down with that. Yeah, it's all about consent, of course. Happy birthday to Suit tomorrow. I hope you have a lovely day, mate. I think my birthday lands on a fucking Monday this year. Ugh. Hey, pissed off cashew.
And by the way, you know that I never, ever, ever said, not once did I ever say that you were looking for child porn. You're a fucking liar, Gigi. A fucking...
Well... well... didn't you, though? Fucking hell, my voice went so high-pitched then. Thank you for the happy early birthday messages. Didn't you, though? Only dogs can hear me when I go that high pitch.
liar. Because you always have to be the apex victim. Always.
The apex victim. You admit it, guys. You're impressed. You're impressed that someone with a voice as deep as mine can go that high pitched. Anything you can do, I can do better. I know what I should do. 23:52, the 5th of March, 2022, and DCMediagirl is once again out here trying to carry on this goddamn drama. Why she won't just accept the fact that she said these things, I'll never know. I'll honestly never know, ladies and gentlemen, at all. But all I know is this entire situation has been very, very profitable for me. Alex Noir is best. Alex.
So you and Hussey and Sylvana can all fight it out to see who the biggest victim is.
You can all fucking die! Oh, so mad.
But I'm not part of that life. Because I don't want to be thought of as a victim. I find that embarrassing.
But you seem to think that I want to think that I want pity and stuff, like when you spoke about me at the beginning of the stream. I don't know why you felt the need to bring that up in the first place, DC. I find that very confusing, very strange, very odd that you would fire that very indirect, passive-aggressive comment at me in relation to being open about one's health issues. I don't know why she did that. I honestly don't. I would love to know why. You could have used a lot of other people as an example. There's plenty of people that are open, or you didn't even have to bring me up in the first place, but you still did, didn't you? Tells me that Well, you're not willing to let this go. The thing is, you've mentioned my name a few times, and I have actively ignored you. I have chosen to not respond to you. Because everything's bait. Isn't it, DC? Everything's bait. No, it's not. I don't think you know what that word means, to be honest with you, DC.
You're the one who can't let it go.
You can't stop saying Gigi's name. You can't stop saying my name. You keep bringing up what is it she calls Kiwi Farm stage 4 cancer. Good God. It's a gossip website. People go on there to gossip.
Grow up, Gigi.
And sometimes
Grow
you
up.
do some pretty fucking good work. I need a wee. It seems like everybody.
I would say that I'm embarrassed for you, but I stopped being embarrassed for you a long time ago.
Everybody makes some mistakes.
Anyway, and please do tell Sylvana.
Seems like everybody.
Please do tell Sylvana that she needs to put on her listening ears. Mrs. Parker never sent Negs her nudes. It didn't happen.
I'm a hypocrite, I know.
I know that she's using
that
this as
button
ammunition
down
to make herself
below.
the biggest victim. It's so embarrassing, honestly. Mrs. Parker did not send Negs her nudes. It didn't happen. Thank you, Debbie.
It did. Well, actually, Mrs. Parker comes on to talk about this in a minute.
Appreciate it. So, don't try to drag Mrs. Parker into Sylvana's martyrdom. It didn't
See, she just lies. That's all she does is she lies and lies and lies. Spins her own
happen.
narratives over
You can
and
ask
over
Mrs.
again.
Parker. She'll tell you. As a matter of fact, she told the whole story the other day on my live, so.
Yeah, Mrs. Parker said that she did. So you're lying. It's a bit early, yeah, lemon cream puff, but thank you.
Gigi, you might want to screenshot this and show it to Sylvana. I'm sure that it won't make a damn bit of difference because she's wedded to her narrative.
Yeah, I know. Everyone's just stuck to the. I can't do any more. I can't do any more of this bullshit, to be honest with you guys. Is because the rest of it's just a load of bollocks, to be honest. Again, I don't hate DC, and I don't think that she's a terrible person. I don't. I think that she needs to stop being dishonest about her own narrative. She needs to stop lying about others lying about her. She keeps making a lot of accusations. She's made accusations that people have been in possession of child porn. Very, very serious accusations. Made the insinuations that she's done this. Constantly defending Negs over and over again. Demonstrably a fucking gigantic piece of shit. And a pussy to boot on top of all that. I'm going to, of course, make the stream private and then upload it to my second channel. But I'll keep it unlisted for now, so anyone on the farms can download it until tomorrow. Then I'll take it down and re-upload it there. My final statement on this is that DC can't stop mentioning me and Gigi and Sylvana, and can't stop mentioning all these people that she just goes on and on and on and about. She's referred to all of us. I imagine myself included that we're all cows. I don't think she knows what a lol cow is, to be honest with you. Negs and yeah, I'll say that again. Tragic's a fucking piece of shit, but Negs is also a piece of shit. There's a reason why those two got on so well when they were, fucking bezzy wingers with each other. They were. And I wish he'd stop fucking retweeting me, to be honest. But I don't block people, you see. I mute people because that annoys them more. Oh yeah, I know. Negs is just like DC. The moment I say something, they fucking have gigantic meltdown. And again, DC probably won't be able to keep my name out of her mouth for the next 2 fucking years. But whatever, I suppose. I have not called DC any names during this stream. Being called the C word isn't, but it's okay for her to go around calling people cunts though. Yeah, Negs and Tragic are trash. They are. But Alex, yeah, I know, right? I know. Before I go, DC has a fat crush on you. I'm not saying that. I'm not even saying that her and Negs are banging. I'm not even saying that. I don't think that's the issue here. I don't think that that's the issue at all. Hey, Kate. Call her old. She hates it. I know she's not a fan of that, is she? But you know what? If DC, I don't care. Like, if DC and Negs are having relations, none of my business. yeah. Love knows no boundaries, I suppose. I don't care. It's none of my business. The only thing I was ever interested in was criticizing DC for her actions, and she decided to meet me back with a whole bunch of squealing and screeching. It's funny, she sat there on these live streams calling everyone lolcows. She doesn't realize how much of a lolcow she is, does she? There's a reason why Negs has a thread on the farms. If she doesn't get her own thread soon, I'd be very surprised. Like, the last 10 pages is primarily just DC, 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 DC. But it's stage 4 cancer, of course. But she's not going to listen to me. She's not going to adhere to my criticism. She's not going to listen to a fucking word I say. I could be the nicest motherfucker around, and she still probably wouldn't listen to me. I've not called her any names during this live stream. But, you know, no doubt she'll latch on to something that I've said during this live stream, and yeah, I imagine she'll probably get her own thread. And thank you, Luna Phoenix, for the super chat. Certainly has been a fun time watching DC Freak Out. Certainly helps pass the time waiting for Elden Ring to download. Hey, cheers, Alex. Oh, cheers to you. Thank you very much. Cheers to you. Now, she's in love and can't be stopped. Well, you know what? If DC is in love, hey, Broken Toys Princess. Well, thank you very much for continuing your channel membership. Here's my obligatory shout for attention. Well, you've got some attention. Thank you very much. A meme. Oh God, my mods are pestering me about a meme. Do you guys want to put it again? Which one did you want me to put up on the stream? Because the mods are pestering me for this. Fine. Which one did you want me to do? Which May do you want me to put up? Read them up. Well, which one do you want? Don't just say yes. You fucking. Ooh. This is why me and my mods fight, because they just go yes name in my chat and don't actually tell me what they want. Like, can you just put it again in the chat, please? Because I'm not scrolling up. I'd appreciate it if you did. Then I'll put it up on screen, because, well, they're really happy with themselves on this one. I'm sure, no doubt DC will have a go at me because Necro did something with, even though I'm pretty sure it was Mickey who made it. Yeah, Mickey made it, yeah. Right, it's still not in my staff room? It's still not there. I don't think my mods want it. I don't think they want it up on screen. I've been asking for a couple minutes now, and it's still not there. Well, it looks like my mods don't actually want me to put it up on stream. Ah, there it is. There it is. Look at them now. They're spamming it now. Oh dear. All right. Okay, I have to save it to my desktop. Okay. Diddly diddly do. Image. Mickey's so happy with herself on this, honestly. Okay, there you go. I didn't do it. I'll get you, my pretty Alex, and your little mod Necro too. I actually posted this on Twitter earlier as well. There you go. There you are. Are you happy now, mods? Jesus Christ. I'm sure this will get me in trouble with DC. No doubt. I didn't do it. Guys, you've seen my thumbnails. I'm not very good at photoshopping things. I'm dead khaki-handed, you know. But yeah, she's going after Necro, guys. Necro is to be protected. He is a sweet boy. He's a sweet and innocent boy. Right. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah. I was going to be a dirty little whore and a shill. Guys, today I actually was planning to do a research live stream, because as you know, the next docu-vid I want to do is on Molly Go Lightly and those nutcases. I was originally going to do that. Obviously, that one will have to wait now. I might do it tomorrow. We shall see. And I was also going to record for my new channel, my ASMR channel. I don't care if you make fun of me for it. It's for the express purpose of earning a living. Because, you know, as I said in the last stream, finding a job for someone like me, pretty difficult to do. So if you guys wanted to go and subscribe to that, there's 3 videos up now, and the channel's not monetized yet, and I haven't done anything else for it yet. There will be a new video for it tomorrow. There's the link in the chat for those who are interested. Oh no, you're on the hit list now. Me, Mara, sending the retirement check assassins. The thing is they probably could beat my ass. They could probably kick my ass as well. I'm fairly sure I could be beaten up by a 9-year-old girl. A bunch of elderly people could definitely kick my ass. But a bunch of old ladies on Zimmer frames are coming to kick my head in. I should be worried, because they could fucking kick my ass. You know, hey Sin, what's going on? Yes, ASMR. You've been lurking in my chat, Sin. You've been lurking, lurky worky in my chat. I think that's about it. Yes, I started an ASMR channel to weaponize. Yeah, of course I would. Of course I would. For the express purpose of earning a living. Just turned up. What's going on, Sin? It's been a hot second. Yeah, I started it because, well, I pressed the disabled button on the job seeker thing, man, and there ain't anyone catering to a nibber like me out there. So thank you for those. Why ASMR? Because some people like my voice. Some people like my voice. And Sin, you should see how much money some of these dudes are making, dude. On a serious note, there's a reason why I specifically chose this. No, it wasn't Sin that gave me MS, it was Shani. No, I'll pay you to crawl around in my yard and pull the weeds. Yeah, I'll do it. I would do that as well. It'd get me out. It'd get me outside. I'm not even joking. I would unironically fucking do that shit. And I'd do it for a pack of cigarettes and a monster, you know me. Yeah, some people like my voice, and fuck it, why not, yeah? Ransom, thank you very much for the super chat, just cause. Oh, thank you very much, thank you very much. But, I'll pick up the dog shit for an extra pack of cigs, Sin. If you give me a full pack of Rockstar, you know, maybe I'll paint the fence as well. I'm not doing mukbangs. I'm not doing that. Thank you very much. I'm not that fat. But is your voice counsel estate enough? Well, that depends on the person. You'll hire me. You know, one day I'll open up a Patreon for it, and I don't think I'll ever take personal requests for it, but yeah. Do you want some birthday? No, I definitely don't want any DMs from you. Thank you very much, Sue. Want to play more GTA? Haven't they shut that shit down yet? I found an old clip of us playing and you raging. Well, and then makes you think that I want to go play GTA. No, thank you. I'm very much enjoying Dying Light 2 and Satisfactory, but thank you. And thank you, Poltergeisha, for continuing your channel membership. I appreciate that. But guys, it's time to end the stream. It's time to end the stream. We've had our fun. No doubt the DC will be continuously keep going on about that I called it a C word once upon a time. It is what it is, I suppose. You guys have yourself a fine evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I might do a stream tomorrow. I might do a research stream tomorrow on those true crime nutcases. We shall see. There certainly will be at least one new video going up on the ASMR channel in the next 24 hours or so, hopefully. See you later, Sim. And I guess I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great weekend, guys. I think we should play a song on the way out, shouldn't we? But I don't want to play one of my normal ones. I want to play something else. Do I have anything different? I don't think I have anything. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make this really fun. Fuck me. Is it that one? Yes it is. Excellent. Okay, we're going to put this one up on screen. And we're going to place that one there. And I'm going to play a song through Soundpad that I think you guys will enjoy. So, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where is it? There it is. Hey, have a great one, guys. Peace.
Pink fairy, 1, 2, 3. Come on, let's get fancy, fancy. Pink fairy, shop with me. Let's go to Target, Walmart, Aldi. Pink fairy, 1, 2, 3. Come on, let's get fancy, fancy. Her name is Crystal and she's going shopping and she's bringing along the family. Let's go to Walmart and fill our shopping cart. Let's do all the things that make us fancy. Hey, what do you know? Now we're at Five Below. Get cool lipstick, wanna be a hippie chick? Just get a lava lamp inside. When it's time for dinner, we're gonna be a winner when it's Taco Tuesday and fancy free. And the chicken pot pie has got to be the best thing we ever tasted. It's Baby Love, Pink Fairy, base it all day long, acting strong. Hey everybody, her YouTube's on. Pink Fairy, 1, 2, 3. Come on, let's get fancy, fancy. Pink Fairy, shop with me. Let's go to Target, Walmart, Aldi. Pink Fairy, Pink Fairy, Pink Fairy, Pink Fairy. Hey, what do you know? Now we're at Five Below, but we're also at Aldi, even the Dollar Tree. Hey, look, it's Tim and Haley. They're going shopping with Crystal. Oh my God, everybody's joining the fun. There's Kicking It with Cheryl, even munching and chatting.